I have been in a relationship with my girlfriend for 3 years, but she has always been unwilling to have intimate contact with me. I thought she was shy because she is more traditional. So I sincerely told her I would wait until the day we get married. For the sake of marriage, I worked hard. I bought a house and a car. I also prepared a large bride price. Finally, she agreed to marry me. At that moment, I realized she was already pregnant with a rich second-generation's child. We had been dating for 3 years. I always thought I was the happiest man in the world. My girlfriend Olivia, although not particularly beautiful, has a lovely appearance. She gives off a very pleasant vibe. Her social circle is simple. She has a gentle personality, and she knows how to act cute. We first met at a friend's gathering. She sat next to me, focused on picking food and eating. Someone came over to persuade her to drink. She smiled and said she couldn't drink. She wants to substitute it with a drink. That person is very stubborn, refusing to give up. He poured the wine, insisting that she drink. She bit her lip, clearly unable to drink, but she doesn't want to disappoint everyone. Hesitating with the wine glass in hand, I couldn't watch any longer. I directly snatched the wine glass and drank it for her. I helped her out of the situation. The person urging her to drink found it uninteresting and left. She blinked her big, moist eyes. She picked up a shrimp, quickly peeled it and placed it in my bowl. Her movements were nimble, like a careful little white rabbit. I was momentarily stunned. I looked up at her. I found her smiling at me. There were 2 small dimples at the corners of her mouth. After finishing the meal, she thanked me. We exchanged contact information. Later, at every friend gathering, it seems like I always run into her. She always sits next to me. It happens naturally. We ended up together. Olivia has a gentle personality. The longer we spend time together, the more I can appreciate her thoughtfulness. She helps me choose suitable clothes every day. She also reminds me to be careful on the road. She always helps me take off my coat when I get off work. She prepares warm meals in advance. She keeps my rented apartment tidy. She has added many cozy little decorations. My quality of life has greatly improved. Almost everything is taken care of by her. I'm becoming more and more dependent on her. So she told me she has a younger brother and parents who prefer boys. I didn't pay much attention. She candidly said her parents require a dowry of $300,000 before they agree to her marriage, and a house and car must be prepared as well. These conditions aren't too difficult for me. As long as we work hard, it can definitely be achieved within 3 years. I agreed without hesitation. I just feel that she is burdened by her family background. It makes me a bit sad. I am determined to work even harder to help her live a better life. I also honestly told her I come from a blended family. After my father married my stepmother, he became indifferent to me. I want to use my experiences to comfort her, to help her not be too negative. So I didn't tell her. Although the old man is not very reliable, he promised to give me a villa on my wedding day and 10% of the company shares. The annual dividends can amount to tens of millions. I want to surprise her on the wedding day. I want to tell her she doesn't have to worry about her family background anymore. She can be my Mrs. Chen with peace of mind. That's it. We've been together for 3 years. These 3 years have been very happy for us. Olivia works as a customer service representative at home. She can work while taking care of the household. I go to the office during the day. She does customer service at home and also prepares dinner for me for when I get off work and come home to eat. After I finish work, she will wash the dishes and mop the floor. We do housework together. When the weekend comes, we go on dates. We watch movies, go to amusement parks and travel around, or go to the supermarket for a big shopping. I will hold her in our rental place and kiss her passionately. When I am emotionally stirred, when my blood is boiling, she always gently pushes me away. Alex, we can't do this. I thought her conservative nature was influenced by her family environment, so I comforted her by holding her. Don't worry, my dear. Times have changed now. It's normal for young people to date, and I will definitely marry you. Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you. But Olivia is adamant. She said, no, if you don't want me in the future, I would lose the most important thing. What should I do? Maintain that barrier. When going on blind dates later, I can marry better, upgrade my social class. I can't take the risk, Alex. As long as you don't cross that line, you can do whatever you want. This is also for my own good. Hearing that, I felt a bit disappointed and frustrated. But I quickly understood. Olivia lacks a sense of security. She said those things just because she was scared. She isn't the kind of girl who values benefits. It's just out of shyness. She wanted to remind me. That's why she deliberately said those harsh words. After I figured it out, I quickly let it go. I didn't take her words seriously. I kissed her gently and assured her that I would definitely marry her in the future, and on our wedding night, I would give her a complete experience. I spent 3 years buying a house and a car in the city center. I even applied for a year-end bonus from my boss in advance. I secretly bought an engagement ring. I proposed to Olivia. She was so moved that she covered her mouth. She agreed to marry me. I was so happy that I picked her up and spun her around a few times. Then I took her to the Western restaurant she had always wanted to go to. At dinner, I handed her the sliced steak. She looked at her favorite dish, but only managed to eat a small piece. She had no appetite at all. I guess she was still immersed in the excitement of the proposal. She hadn't come to her senses yet. So, I pretended to bow politely. I wanted to make her smile. "Excuse me, madam, are you not satisfied with the steak your boyfriend cut for you? We can help you change to another one. Let your future husband cut you a new steak." Olivia couldn't help but laugh. "No, I'm just too moved seeing something as greasy as steak. It really kills my appetite. Just order a bowl of sour plum soup to whet my appetite." "All right, ma'am. Please wait a moment." I had the waiter bring another cup of sour plum soup. She drank it happily, seeing her squinting her eyes enjoying the sour plum soup. I also felt particularly happy. This is my future wife. We've been in a relationship for 3 years and finally got together. Not everyone can have such luck. I feel like the happiest man in the world. I booked a high-end private restaurant, inviting both parents to have a meal together. Although my girlfriend's family background is average, but marriage is a big deal for both families. The necessary procedures cannot be skipped. I specifically chose the liveliest place. I want to give her some face. Olivia's parents brought a chubby little boy. As soon as he entered, he started looking around. I walked over. I saw the boy spitting into the fish tank in the restaurant lobby. The receptionist quickly came out to stop him, but she was stopped by Olivia's mother. She disdainfully said, "HMPH, you're just a waiter. My son has a sore throat. What's the big deal about spitting? My son-in-law invited me to eat here today. We are guests. We deserve respect." Olivia's dad stood by, smoking by himself. I frowned. I didn't want to embarrass my girlfriend today. I quickly walked over to ease the atmosphere. "Uncle, aunt, I'm Zaya Aksu's boyfriend. Let me take you to the private room." "I'm sorry, ma'am. You should handle the fish tank issue first. I'll take responsibility for any losses. Fortunately, this private restaurant is run by a friend of my husband. I've been here often. I'm quite familiar with the receptionist as well." The receptionist didn't say much. She just looked at me sympathetically. She waved us off to leave. As a result, Olivia's mom was unhappy again. "Are you Zaya Ochen? You are my son-in-law. How can you be so close to the waitress here? My throat is uncomfortable. I want to spit out some phlegm." But the waitress stopped her. "Son-in-law, you go call the manager and have her fired." The brat nearby was humming and hawing. He even deliberately spat on the floor. I held back my anger. I didn't want to embarrass my girlfriend's parents today. Having such parents is also unfortunate for her. If I lose my temper, if I get angry, she would also feel embarrassed. Fortunately, Olivia came out to find us in time. She smiled to ease the awkwardness. "Oh dear, don't worry. I'll have a Zio arrange for her to be fired right away. We can't let our baby wronged, Mom and Dad. Let's go inside quickly. We still need to discuss my engagement." I understand she did this to ease the awkwardness, although I found her words a bit strange. I didn't say much more. Olivia quietly held my hand from behind. I could see her looking nervous. I felt a bit sorry for her. I gently squeezed her hand to comfort her. Then I followed everyone into the private room. Olivia's parents and their child Jack were busy eating. They were eating very quickly, not even lifting their heads. Shrimp shells were scattered all over the floor. The old man watched this scene. He felt a bit uncomfortable inside. He glanced at me. He seemed a bit helpless. I had already mentioned to him that my girlfriend's family had some issues. He only said that family background is not important as long as the person is good, as long as I like it. After all, he owes my mom. Now he has a new family. The inheritance of the company doesn't fall to me. I also don't need to sacrifice my marriage for these things. But he probably didn't expect that. My girlfriend's parents would be such a headache. It looks like they've almost finished eating. They started to burp. The old man cleared his throat, preparing to talk about serious matters. Have the in-laws eaten enough? Let's talk about the marriage of the two children. They've been in a relationship for so long. My son saved up to buy a house and a car himself. I, as a father, should also show my support. The two children previously discussed a bride price of $300,000. I'll add, the old man hadn't finished speaking yet. Olivia's father interrupted him without hesitation. $300,000 is not enough. It must be increased. Olivia's mother chimed in from the side. That's right. We have put so much effort into raising Xiaoxu. It really hasn't been easy. My daughter is not only beautiful, she also has a gentle and caring personality. I see your family is doing quite well too. The bride price should be at least $800,000. Additionally, your house needs to be transferred to our Bey's name. As long as these conditions are met, I will agree to let my daughter marry you. Mom, you didn't say that before. The girlfriend suddenly shouted loudly. Be quiet. Don't interrupt when the elders are speaking. I haven't even talked about you yet. You want $300,000. This amount is not enough for your brother's education and wedding expenses. Jack threw the leftover shrimp shells at his girlfriend, patting his chubby hands. He laughed loudly. $300,000 is too little. Not enough. Not enough. You bad sister. What a spendthrift. My girlfriend's eyes were red. She smiled at us apologetically. She took her parents and walked out the door. I wanted to follow, but I was stopped by the old man. He said, just sit. Don't move, Dad. What are you doing? I'm going to find Xiaoxu. This is her family's matter. Clearly, they haven't reached an agreement yet. If your girlfriend truly wants to marry you, she should have told you about this long ago. She wouldn't let you meet her family at all. Alex, your little girlfriend has impure intentions. I don't think you two are suitable for each other. I don't believe it. I know Xiaoxu's character, and I believe in her feelings for me. But I suddenly remembered what Olivia said when she rejected me a couple of days ago, to sell oneself for a good price through blind dates. This made me hesitate. In the end, I didn't chase after her. Jack was still enjoying his meal nearby. His mouth is all greasy, thinking about how poorly he treats Olivia. I glared at him fiercely. Olivia told me before, her family has always favored boys. She is often bullied by her brother Jack, seeing him just now recklessly throw shrimp shells at my girlfriend. I can guess how hard her life must be. I decided to teach this brother a lesson for her. I snatched the lamb chop from his hand. I dumped the plate of food on his head. Jack, right, be nicer to your sister from now on. He was taken aback for a moment. He slammed the table suddenly. He glared at me fiercely. I immediately grabbed his arm, twisted it back forcefully. I pinned him down. I have learned some martial arts moves. Dealing with a kid like this is easy. The old man watched my actions. He thought I was a bit childish, but in the end he just shook his head. I didn't say anything. The child winced in pain. He started to cry loudly. It hurts so much. Help, let go of me quickly. Otherwise, I won't agree to my sister marrying you. I ignored him. Keep turning back, ouch. It really hurts a lot. I admit I was wrong. This should be fine, right? You don't need to give so much in bride price anymore. As soon as they come back, I will tell my mom immediately. Brother-in-law, you are my brother-in-law. I will definitely treat my sister well in the future. Punctuation in the original text, incomplete and does not conform to conventional expressions. It is suggested to modify it to a complete expression, such as, or, etc. Hearing the mischievous child admit his mistake, guaranteeing to treat Olivia well in the future. Only then was I satisfied. He let go of my hand. Jack glared at me. She shouted at me while rubbing her arm, you poor thing. How dare you lay a hand on me? You can't compare to the other brother-in-law. I was a bit surprised to hear that. In Olivia's family, it's just her and her brother. I haven't heard that Jack has any other sisters. Could it be a cousin? I asked him who the other brother-in-law was. He just smiled mysteriously. He shook his head and refused to answer. I didn't want to doubt my girlfriend, whom I had loved for 3 years, but I couldn't help but want to ask Olivia for clarification. Just then, she and her parents had been gone for a long time and hadn't returned. I decided to go out and look for her. After walking for a while, I finally heard Olivia's mother's loud voice in a secluded corner. "Darling, is what you said true?" "Yes, Mom. What are you two arguing about? Once Alex and I get married, will we still care about this little dowry?" I sat in the corner. I can clearly hear the conversation of Olivia's family. I originally planned to go over and call them home, but as soon as I heard my name, I stopped in my tracks. I wanted to hear how Olivia introduced me to her parents. I didn't expect. The next words I heard made me increasingly uneasy. "You and that Ethan, can you really be together? His family is so wealthy. Would he really like you? Even if he doesn't like me, I am carrying his child. Ethan promised me, as long as I give birth to the child, he would buy me 2 large houses. At that time, I would give one to Jack, for him to use when he gets married. Oh dear, my daughter is truly impressive. Then why do you still want to marry that Alex?" "Mom thinks he is just a poor kid," I told my mom. "Ethan's family is too well off. I'm not worthy of him. His family would definitely not agree to marry me. If I get pregnant before marriage, that would be so embarrassing. I think it's better to marry Alex. Wait until the baby is born. Let Alex agree to let the baby take my surname. That way we can raise the child together. Isn't that great?" Okay. My daughter is really smart. But didn't you always tell Alex that you are a pure and innocent girl? What will you do then, HMPH? I noticed that the shoes he wore and the watch he had were not cheap. I thought he was quite wealthy. I said that to trick him into thinking I was simple. I went for a prenatal checkup. The doctor said the baby is very healthy. It's fine to be intimate with him once. Just make sure to rest afterwards. It's really frustrating. I originally thought he was a rich person pretending to be poor, but it turns out he is just an ordinary person. I wasted 3 years on him for nothing. Fortunately, I didn't keep following him. I met Ethan last year. He treats me really well. Olivia's words shocked me to the core. I couldn't listen any longer. I rushed forward and slapped her hard. That once delicate face that I loved deeply. At this moment, it became repulsive in my eyes. Olivia's family saw me. They instantly appeared a bit flustered. But soon Olivia calmed down. She pointed at me triumphantly and said, "Alex, you poor boy dare to hit me. Since you've heard everything, then let's break up. Let me tell you, Ethan is the son of Ethan Smith, John's nephew. His company is worth hundreds of millions. You wasted 3 years of my youth. I've long had enough of being broke." I was shaking with anger. I couldn't hold back and slapped her again. I always thought we were truly in love. For these 3 years, I considered myself a perfect boyfriend. Although earning my own money doesn't make me wealthy, but a salary of $400,000 a year, life can be considered moderately well off. She is especially attentive to Olivia. As a result, she actually betrayed me for a rich second-generation guy named Ethan. She betrayed me. Wait a minute. Ethan is the son of Ethan Smith. He is also John's nephew. Isn't John my old man? The stepmother that my old man found for me has the last name Smith. So Ethan Smith is my unreliable stepmother's brother. Ethan is the nephew of my old man. It's a distant relationship. I couldn't help but laugh. I've heard of this guy Ethan. My old man told me. My stepmother's family, the Smiths, has a brother who is not doing well. He left school after elementary and started mingling in society. He has even been to the police station. His son is even worse. He spends all day doing improper things. He's still an immature teenager until Smith got together with my dad. Life became affluent. Only then did she occasionally help them out and ask them to stop causing trouble. I have only met Ethan Smith once. He was bowing and scraping to me. He called me young master. That kind of fawning made Mtkes Smith feel embarrassed. I didn't expect Ethan to dare to use my father's name to deceive people outside. I took a close look at Olivia. The old man's words were not wrong. I misjudged the person. I'll just consider these 3 years as a mistake on my part. I just hope she won't regret it in the future. I turned and left. I returned to the private room. I took the old man to the top floor's private booth. We ordered a whole table of dishes. I specifically told the front desk staff, "I'm not paying for the fish tank. Let Olivia's family settle the bill." They were trying to trick me. They ordered over 10,000 worth of dishes. They also opened quite a few expensive bottles of wine, although this amount of money is nothing to me. I just don't want to be the fool in this situation. The old man listened to the whole story. He couldn't help but laugh out loud. I felt frustrated inside. I lit a cigarette. He casually kicked him lightly. "You feel happy watching me make a fool of myself, Sigh. I've always thought your girlfriend was unreliable. Her gaze is always so wandering. Just wait. My dad said he would introduce you to someone better. No, I'm not in the mood for that right now. I don't feel like it. But you have to meet her. This is my old friend. She is Uncle Robert's daughter from this restaurant. She just returned from abroad. She's preparing to take over Uncle Robert's business. She is currently training at the grassroots level. She is truly a standard, rich and beautiful girl. If you could be with her, I would hand over the company to you to inherit." I was suddenly enlightened. Blind dates can be canceled. But who can say no to a mountain of gold? Who could refuse that? I agreed to meet the old man tomorrow. I was just thinking of adding a contact method. Then I heard someone causing a scene in the lobby downstairs. I looked down. So it's Olivia's family. Olivia's mom is over there throwing a tantrum. Her dad keeps complaining. Jack is hitting and kicking at the counter. Oh my God. This meal and this fish tank cost $200,000. Is this store trying to scam me? I'm going to call the police. Where did Alex go? He brought us here. You should ask him for the bill. The receptionist and a few security guards are surrounding them. It seems like they are patiently explaining and persuading, but after talking for a long time, it was useless. It wasn't long before the police arrived. The police quickly subdued Olivia's mom and Jack. They calmed them down. I saw Olivia pick up her phone. She looked anxious and a bit shy. She said a few words into the phone. No need to guess. She must be calling Ethan. That guy Ethan is being taken care of by my stepmom. He might have some money, but she definitely wouldn't spend $200,000 for Olivia. As expected, Olivia got so angry that she threw her phone. It took a while to finally check out. The family left in a huff. The old man and I watched the commotion from the side. He even joked about my judgment of people. The old man suddenly squinted his eyes, excitedly pointing at a spot in the lobby. "Oh dear, isn't that someone we know?" "That's someone, right? Your Uncle Robert's daughter. What was her name again?" "Sophia." I'm a bit confused. I looked around downstairs, but I didn't see where Sophia was. That receptionist, old Robert's daughter, said she wanted to gain some grassroots experience, but she ended up here. I was stunned. The receptionist, with fair skin and a tall figure, turned out to be the little girl Sophia who used to follow me around asking me to play with her. She always chased after me calling, "Alex, brother Alex." But ever since she went abroad, we've gradually lost contact. Everyone says that a girl changes a lot by the age of 18. No wonder I didn't recognize her. Meeting her again in this situation, it feels like fate, but also a bit awkward. I was just about to suggest that we meet at a more formal place another day. The old man quickly called Sophia over. After the old man arranged for her to sit down, he smiled and went out downstairs. Sophia and I looked at each other. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. After a few seconds, she suddenly laughed, breaking the awkward atmosphere. "Long time no see. I didn't expect it to be you. I was just thinking, who is so unfortunate to have found a girlfriend like this?" I replied with a wry smile. "That's right. I really don't judge people well. Sorry to make you laugh. Long time no see. You've changed a lot. I didn't even recognize you." "That's right. I didn't recognize you either. You were still a child the last time we met. Back then I always followed you. I wanted Alex to take me along to play." Sophia playfully winked. She picked up a piece of food for me. "Eat more. You have no idea. I saw that kid spitting into the fish tank. It was so disgusting that I couldn't eat dinner, seeing her so natural and easygoing. I suddenly felt much more relaxed. Things weren't as awkward as I imagined. Sophia's cheerful and proactive demeanor made me feel at ease. I was feeling down because of Olivia's family. I didn't eat much for dinner either. Now I'm focused on having dinner with Sophia, watching her eat happily, her cheeks puffed up. It reminds me of that little girl who always followed me when we were young. Back then, we were childhood sweethearts, innocent and carefree. Those were the purest times. Sophia and I often talk about funny stories from our childhood. We have a great time chatting. After dinner, I invited Sophia to go watch a movie together. The old man didn't come just to drink. He came for a blind date. One has to take some action. Sophia agreed with a smile. We picked a newly released horror movie after buying the tickets. Sophia proactively bought cola and popcorn. Then she excitedly led me into the cinema. The domestic film wasn't scary, but Sophia was trembling with fear. She occasionally let out soft gasps. I felt a bit helpless, so I reached out my arm. I told her she could hold onto my sleeve if she was scared. Seeing how decisive she was when choosing the movie, I thought she was quite brave. Sophia lifted the armrest and leaned closer to me. The scent from her hair wafted over. I could feel her soft body. I was momentarily stunned. I looked down, right into her clever big eyes. She had a proud look on her face. There was not a hint of fear. She even reached out to feed me a piece of popcorn. I helplessly took the popcorn from her hand. My lips accidentally brushed against her soft fingertips. At that moment, I felt a jolt throughout my body. I realized she was deliberately teasing me. We maintained that position, quietly watching the entire movie. After the movie ended, I walked Sophia home. On the way, we ran into Olivia and Ethan. Olivia glanced at me. With a disdainful smile, she said to Ethan, "Darling, this is the broke man I was looking for earlier. Unfortunately, he found out. He just hit me. Can you help me get back at him? Hey, you found the next one so quickly, sister. This guy has no skills. His conditions aren't good either. You're so good-looking. Why waste time on him?" Olivia's tone was sarcastic. Her greedy expression seemed very vulgar, completely lacking the previous tenderness and thoughtfulness. Sophia glanced at me. She smiled. I felt a bit awkward. I once dated a girlfriend like this. It felt like leaving a bad record. It was tough for Sophia to witness the whole process, yet she still didn't hold a bias against me. I originally planned to break up peacefully, out of the last kindness. I didn't tell Olivia the truth. I was afraid she would regret it and come back to bother me. Didn't you see her boyfriend Ethan can't even stand properly? Olivia didn't hear Ethan's response. Still not giving up, shaking his thick arm, he said, "Honey, can you help me teach him a lesson?" I looked at Ethan. I felt a wave of discomfort. Ethan and I exchanged a glance. He seemed a bit uneasy. He quickly avoided my gaze. Then he suddenly raised his hand and slapped Olivia hard. The sound was even louder than the one I had made earlier. Olivia staggered from the blow. She covered her face. She looked at Ethan in shock. Ethan quickly bowed and apologized to me. "Brother Alex, I'm really sorry. I didn't recognize you earlier. I was rude. It's all her fault for being so clueless. I'll have her apologize to you right away." "Hurry up and apologize to Brother Alex." Olivia was completely confused. Apologize for what? He's my ex-boyfriend from before. On the surface, he seems wealthy, but in reality, he's broke. "Honey, were you deceived by him?" Ethan was furious. He thought Olivia was being too disappointing. He slapped her hard again. "This is my brother Alex. Alex, John is your biological son, you idiot. If you had told me earlier that your ex-boyfriend is him, I would definitely keep my distance from you." Olivia heard this. She looked as if she had been struck by lightning, frozen in place. Ethan finished scolding Olivia, then hurried over to me, bowing and scraping. "Brother Alex, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry." He saw Sophia, who was curiously watching the commotion beside me. He quickly started to say nice things. "This beautiful lady must be Brother Alex's new girlfriend. She is as beautiful as a fairy. They are truly a perfect match. Much better than Olivia. Brother Alex has great taste. I will never catch up to him in this lifetime. You are magnanimous. Let's not hold this against you this time. Another day." I will treat you and this beautiful lady to dinner at that private restaurant in the city center to make amends." Sophia heard the key words. She quickly waved her hands. "No, no, no. That private kitchen is run by my family. Don't dirty the floor of my family's restaurant." But he didn't clarify the misunderstanding about her being my girlfriend. "Oh dear. Yes, yes, yes. I won't disturb you any longer. I'll take her away right now." Ethan pulled Olivia hard. Olivia came to her senses. She was unwilling to go with him. She immediately turned and rushed towards me. I dodged to the side. Frowning, I asked her what was wrong. Olivia put on a crying face again. Her eyes were red. Teardrops were welling up in her eyes, like a poor little bunny. Every time we argued in the past, as long as she showed this expression, I would soften my heart and not hold a grudge. But now, I only feel disgusted. "Alex, listen to me. I was deceived by Ethan. I truly love you in my heart. Are you angry with me? We've been together for 3 years. I know you haven't let me go yet. You should understand that too. The person I love the most is you, if you care about this child. I'll go get rid of him tomorrow. Alex, please forgive me." I pushed her away irritably. I ignored her crying at my feet. I dragged Sophia away without looking back. "Olivia, this is all your own doing. It's already over between us." That once delicate face, now filled with greed and desire, rather than having her worry about pleasing me. It's better for her to think more about her future when she tries hard to please me. Ethan's gaze towards her is not very friendly. I didn't lay a hand on Ethan, because I still need him to make Olivia suffer. But I didn't pay attention to those two anymore. I didn't want irrelevant people to affect my mood. I began to focus on getting close to Sophia. I've slowly realized that she is a really good girl. She is cute, lively, and quirky. Most importantly, Sophia has her own opinions and ideas, unlike Olivia, who relies on others. The elders from both families are friends. They know each other very well. Our backgrounds are quite similar. Being with Sophia makes me feel comfortable. She has feelings for me too. She said that when she was studying abroad, she always remembered me as her big brother from childhood. I've been the person she liked since she was little. I'm quite touched. I've finally stepped out of the shadows of the past. And I've started dating Sophia. The old man is very happy to see us together. He has already let me take over the company. He plans to pass the business on to me. My stepmother, Mtk Smith, also doesn't dare to say much about it. After all, the old man still has the final say at home. She has no right to compete with me. 1 year later, I'm planning to marry Sophia. I'm holding Sophia, promise her a grand and perfect wedding. Sophia smiled and said it wasn't necessary. She felt that being together was enough. I verbally agreed to her, but secretly, I was hiding it from her, quietly preparing for the wedding. I stayed up late to edit a video myself. It recorded our memories from childhood to now, and the wonderful times from this past year. On the day of the wedding, I arrived at the venue early. I carefully checked every detail. I didn't want any problems at our wedding. Unexpectedly, I saw Olivia. Olivia was blocked by security at the door. She was crying and making a scene. She said the one getting married was her boyfriend. She insisted on rushing in. It had been a year since we last met. She looked much older. Her hair was dry and rough. Her face was full of fatigue. She looked like someone in their 40s or 50s. She had lost so much weight. Once she was pure and beautiful. Now she is completely unrecognizable. I heard she was forced by Ethan to keep the baby. Every day she has to wash clothes and cook with a big belly. She also has to endure Ethan's beatings and insults. Later, she gave birth to a daughter. After the Ethan family took the child away, they left. They even kicked her out of Ethan's house. She didn't dare to call the police. One reason is her fear of the Ethan family. She thought Ethan was very powerful. The second reason is that she worried the police would return her daughter to her. She couldn't afford to raise her. Olivia had long stopped working as a customer service representative. After a year of extravagance, she had no money left. Her parents favored boys over girls. After hearing she was broke, they directly kicked her out of the house. They also said that the Smith family only had Jack as their precious son. Forced by life circumstances, she had no choice but to work in nightclubs to make money, but due to her unremarkable appearance, she was ostracized by other girls. In the end, she can only work as a cleaner at night. She cleans between the tables of the patrons every day. Sometimes, because of her youthful figure, she gets taken advantage of by others. I shake my head. I have the security take her away. I don't want to see her. Today is my wedding day with Sophia. I must not let her affect Sophia's mood. Everything must go smoothly. I want to give my princess a perfect day. Olivia is still shouting incessantly. She keeps bringing up our past over and over again. She lies on the ground, refusing to get up. She insists on causing a scene and won't leave. This is just like her mother's behavior in the restaurant back in the day. They really are just alike. I still went to see her, to prevent her from having unrealistic expectations, so she won't come back to disrupt my life. I want to ensure that my life with Sophia is stable and worry-free from now on. Olivia, I stand in front of her. I look down at her, throwing a tantrum on the ground. It's only been a year. Everything has changed. Who would have thought it would turn out like this? Olivia heard my voice. She immediately rushed over and tightly hugged my leg. She cried and said, "Alex, I heard you're getting married. Is that so, Alex? I was wrong. I was really wrong in the past. Ethan used to hit me every day. After the child was born, he abandoned me. Now I really regret it. Alex, Alex, can you forgive me? I know I was wrong. From now on, I will definitely live well with you." The once confident girl, now she begs at my feet like a little dog. Seeing her like this, I suddenly feel quite disheartened. It's also quite pitiful. Olivia can only rely on men to live. It's indeed quite tragic, and I didn't see her true nature before. It's also quite foolish. I really can't understand. Having gone through those things, how could she still dare to appear in front of me? I pushed her away without hesitation. Olivia, your current state only makes me feel disgusted. I'm getting married. The bride is far superior to you. Comparing you to her is simply disrespectful. If you want to live a peaceful life, then don't come looking for me again. Olivia was stunned. The hands holding my legs slowly loosened. Someone was secretly wiping their tears. I believe she truly regrets it. I thought seeing this scene would make me feel particularly vindicated. But at this moment, my mood is unusually calm. I even feel a bit bored. Olivia no longer stirs any emotional waves in my heart. I can only look forward to seeing Sophia in her wedding dress later. I can't wait to see Sophia in her wedding dress later. I look forward to the days we will spend together in the future. Thinking about Sophia, my gaze has become gentle. I didn't even notice when Olivia left. I returned to the venue, continue preparing for the wedding process. Sophia and I read our vows under everyone's gaze. Everyone sent us their blessings. A new chapter in my life has begun.